Hey ladies, it's been a minute since I've made a video, so I wanted to put together something quick because I've been getting a lot of questions about the way I eat. I thought I've explained it mostly. I mean, most of you know, um, but I have quite a few new followers, my new peeps, that need to know and get an understanding, a little understanding of the way I eat and what I mean when I say ketosis and keto and things like that. So here goes. So you know that I'm low carb, and low carb is so, when people say low carb, I mean, there you could be paleo, you can be Atkins, you can be on the Atkins diet or whatever. Low carb is basically removing grains and breads and pastas and stuff like that out of your diet. I mean, and you don't even have to completely remove those things to be low carb. You just lower your intake of those things. So let's say you still eat bread, but you only eat bread maybe once or twice a week. Like you only eat those things once or twice a week, but the majority of your diet or the way you eat consists of meats, vegetables, some fruit, and like nuts and stuff like that. So you can still be low carb and still eat those things, but I am more so ketogenic. So like the way I eat, or paleo or whatever, but I'm not strict like that. Like I try not to even box myself in. I would like to just say low carb and just leave it at that. Because I will go to Zaxby's and get some wings. That's not necessarily paleo or whatever, but it works for me because it's low carb, but to each his own. So the ketogenic diet or whatever is basically it's high fat. And when I say fat, I am talking about things like butter, creams, the like olive oil, nuts. Those types of things are the fat. That's where the fat comes in. Fattier cuts of meat, like how I love ribeye, chicken wings, chicken legs, chicken thigh, whatever, like a fattier cut of meat versus chicken breasts, like how you're taught to eat or you're told to eat to lose weight. And you can eat that way to lose weight. I'm not saying you can't, because I did, but it's okay for you to eat the fattier parts of the meats or whatever, because that's where the high fat comes in. It's not a high, it's not a high meat diet or anything like that. So whereas it may seem like I eat a lot of meat, it's only because you're not seeing bread and rice and pasta and all that. You're just seeing meat and vegetable on my plate. And so it seemed like, man, she eats a lot of meat. But if you look at your plate and you remove all that other stuff and you just leave meat and vegetables, it will seem like you eat a lot of meat too, So that's how I eat. And yes, I eat big pieces of steak, and I'll eat a pound of shrimp. I can eat 2 hamburgers, bunless burgers though. So when you eat like that and you don't have the bread and stuff like that, the filler, you tend to eat more, and that's okay because you still have to get those calories, Oh, and I do eat a lot of calories. Most of my calories in my meat, because of the type of meat I eat. So like if I eat a hamburger, it's a beef burger, and like for instance, a Bubba burger is like 400 and some calories, just one burger. So, I'm getting my calories in. Typically when you eat like how I eat, after a few days, because if you're new to it, your body has to adjust. So you're gonna go through like a detox kind of low phase, like you may have a mild headache, you may feel low in energy, but once you get past those 3 days, your energy will increase and your appetite will decrease, because from what I'm understanding, fat and protein takes longer to burn, so you're not as hungry like if you were low fat or whatever, and you have to eat every 2 hours. So when people are like, do you eat every 2 hours? How many times a day do you eat? Sometimes I eat twice, three times a day. And if I snack, usually if I snack, it's probably because I've only had 2 meals or something. But if I snack, it's on something like my blackberries or my strawberries, or my nuts, like my pecans. I used to like walnuts, but I had some the other day and I was like, no, I don't like them anymore. Cashews are good. Almonds are good, but you can't eat too many because they have carbs in them, and, you'll get carried away eating, before you know it. Like me, I was eating a box of nuts like crazy. So anyway, moving on. So when I say I'm in ketosis, that's another thing. People are like, what is ketosis? How do I know I'm in ketosis? Well, they have keto strips that you could go and purchase out of the pharmacy, I want to say. And, they'll show you whether or not you're in ketosis, if you're low carb or if you're on the ketogenic diet. I've never used them because I've read up on it so much where, I know the signs now. So when my body is entering ketosis, I know that I'm there. Some of the signs are dry mouth. They call it like dragon breath or keto breath. And that passes. It's like a metallic-y, cheesy like taste in your mouth. But it gets better. It passes. And then you'll have like a sweet taste in your mouth. That's the ketones leaving your body through your breath. Read up on ketones. That's ketones basically. How do I put this? So the fat in your body is turned into like, I don't know. I'll have to get to that later in the thing because I can't put it together right now. I know what it is, but I just can't get it out. Okay. So going back to ketosis. So ketosis is basically when your body is using that fat, that stored fat in your body as energy. It changes it into ketones. I actually wrote down some notes kind of to get my thoughts out. It uses that excess fat for energy. It converts it into products, and ketones is one of the products that can be used as energy in our bodies or whatever. So that's what I mean when I say I'm in ketosis. And when I'm in ketosis, I be deep in ketosis. I wasn't trying to get there this time around. I was sick the other week. So, many of you know that I was sick and I wasn't eating. And so my body automatically dropped back into ketosis because I hadn't had technically no food really. And it took me from 170. I weighed in, I was 161 this morning. That's how it is. Like your body is going to start using that stored fat as energy. And I was fine at the ones. I want to be less than 170, but I wanted to work that off. I'm going to take that back because 170 is fine. Matter of fact, my jeans do fit better, but it's not like I lost a whole size or whatever. I wanted to work out. I want to lose inches. I'm not really worried about the pounds. What else do you guys ask me? I've told you what ghee is because I use ghee. Butter. You can use butter. You can use olive oil. Those are your fats or whatever. I use ghee. I don't drink milk. I don't eat a lot of cheese. I was at Chipotle the other day and they had cheese on it and I ate it. And I don't know I'm not even going to say if it was the cheese or not. It may have been the other stuff, but man, I was sick. Okay. So I probably won't eat Chipotle again, or if I do, it'll be a while from now. I don't know. This video is getting long. So look, here's my thing. If you have any more questions for me, let me know. And I want to get to them. I need to start back vlogging, video posting or whatever, because I miss it. This is fun. You know, I still don't have pictures in my frames in my office, but I'm getting there, I guess. Oh, and I'm coming out with a real ebook, guys. Like, this week I'm going to be working all on it. I need to get it out to you guys, but I don't want to rush it because it's going to be more detailed. Like, I'm going to give you 1 week of a sample menu. I'm not going to do a whole month. I'm not going to plan out your meals because everybody eats differently, but I'm going to do 1 for low carb. Well, I might do 3. I might do 1 for like ketogenic type, you know, like low, like me, or somebody who eats about 25 grams of carbs a day or less, just to show you, you know, like if you want to dive that deep into it, because that's how I lost weight. Like, I mean, the weight was coming off. And then I'm going to do like a regular type low carb if you want to just kind of ease your way into it. And then I'm going to do a low fat because I did start off low fat and it works for me. So I'm going to do that in my ebook. I am going to go into more detail on, you know, like workouts and stuff that I've been doing. I'm going to have pictures. I'm going to have, it's just going to be a little bit more deeper, you know, like, because I felt like the first one was just something just to answer your questions or whatever, so you didn't have to look through my timeline. But this one is really, I think, will really help you. Okay. And I think that's it with everything. I just thought of another question that I get. I answered ketosis. I answered low carb. I think that's it. If I think of anything, if I think of what that one thing is, I think it is one thing that I'm missing. If I think of it, I'll put it on Instagram. You know my Instagram, Lakeitha_Duncan. All right. So let me know if you have any more questions. This video has gotten long enough. And this sums up what ketogenic is, how I eat, what low carb is for me, and that's it. I look a mess. No lip gloss, no cute clothes, hair is a mess. I had a slight workout today, just a slight workout, and it was good. That's it. I'll let you go.